After lots of hinting and references, the Fed finally introduces their new instant payment system. What is it? What are the risks? What are the benefits? I've got that and more coming up. My name is Mike Bernard. I'm the host of the Wise Money Show. I'm also one of the certified financial planners right here at Korhorn Financial Group. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and smash that thumbs up button. Our financial system is digital. It just is. We rarely use cash anymore. It's just so easy to use a credit card or a debit card. It seems instantaneous, and it just removes a lot of friction from the overall financial system functioning. So whether you like it or not, or you miss the good old days of having cash and collecting coins, all that sort of stuff, that's not the way we're trending. And yeah, there are a lot of efficiencies in this digital age of our financial system. Now, to me, I figured the next step was going to be on this crypto buzz, like that. There's been so much over the last, even 3 years, but 5 years, so much attention towards cryptocurrencies and so on. And yeah, I know this year and late last year, that has seen a lot of regulation, and there's been some challenges in that area, but many people have been anticipating the rollout of a central bank digital currency. And you might say, we don't need a digital currency because everything is electronic anyway. Well, there's more to it. And I'm not going to say I'm a fan of it by any means, but there's no way that the Fed would allow a cryptocurrency to actually exist out there in prevalence without coming up with their own central bank digital currency. So that's coming, guys. That's coming. But a step along the way, the Fed introduced last week, or announced officially last week or 2 weeks ago, and it's what they're calling FedNow, and it's the Fed's new instant payment system. So how's it work? What's it do? FedNow essentially is going to allow you and me and your business to send and receive money instantly. That's right, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and it's instant. You might say, well, wait a second. I've got a debit card, credit card. I can log into my bank right now and transfer money instantly. I can use Venmo or Apple Pay, and it happens instantly. No, guys, this actually takes it a step further. You know that when you go in and transfer money, maybe make a payment through your bank online or whatever, through the ACH, Automatic Clearinghouse System, it actually takes a couple of days. It feels instant, and it maybe is withdrawn from your bank instant, but there's actually a clearing mechanism where the clearinghouse sort of trues those payments up and makes that transfer. Typically takes a couple of days. So for folks with us, and as I've talked to you about this before, when you are in the process of taking withdrawals from your retirement account, you're going to set up that ACH automatic transfer, and it will probably take about 2 days to clear, so something like that. So it's going to feel instant, but it's not. That's not that way. And so also with Venmo, you actually have, or Apple Pay, you need to have money in that mechanism through Venmo in order for it to Venmo from one person to another. It only happens instantly if you have money within that Venmo network. If not, if it's actually coming from your bank account and going through the Venmo system, it's still going to have that same couple of day turnaround. That ACH is sort of a limitation in the current system. This FedNow actually does make it instant. Imagine. So most employers, they process payroll on, say, a Monday, and you get direct deposited on Wednesday, or they process it on Tuesday, you get direct deposit on Friday, something like that. Imagine your employer processing your paycheck for payroll at 3 o'clock and you having it in your bank account at 3 o'clock. It's instant. Imagine for you businesses sending out an invoice to a customer, and instead of them, submitting a payment or something like that then takes a couple of days to actually officially hit your bank account, when they submit a payment, you receive that money instantly. So guys, this is going to remove even more friction from our economy, from our financial economy, the financial engine, which is actually going to increase productivity and provide a lot of benefits. Now, there are consequences as well. And guys, I can't overlook the conspiracy potential conspiracy sides to this. And one is, and this is sort of one of the questions, well, when do we have access to this? Well, they're not going to roll this out where you become a direct customer of the Fed and you go directly through FedNow. They're going to connect it to banks. Banks have to sign up, and then they're going to link it to banks, and then banks ultimately will be providing this service to you. So I don't know the official timeline, but it's going to take a little bit of time before this actually becomes the new way of doing things, but it's going to go through your bank. So to me, I look at this and say, well, wait a second. We just saw 3 of the largest bank failures in history happen this year. The Fed basically came in and helped negotiate deals to prevent more failures from happening. They've stepped in and said we're going to, or the government has stepped in, FDIC, and said we're going to guarantee all deposits, and you know, they haven't made that official in every situation, but they're you know, stepping in and basically trying to true up the banking system. To me, and this wasn't my idea, I heard it from others, well, gosh, this sounds like we all just have one bank. There's one social bank for everyone. That's the Fed. And this actually could be taking a step towards that as well, that, hey, well, banks will all use our clearing system, but if the Fed's going to have the entire network, have the monopoly, then how long until the next financial crisis where the Fed just says, banks, get out of the way, and we're just going to be the bank for everyone? This is another step there, guys. We might already be there, you know, after with a thin veneer between us right now. So that's one conspiracy, and I don't know if that's a good thing. But then the other, and this sort of happened in Canada, and or at least the risk of this was realized in Canada, and that is, well, listen, if the Fed is going to provide the network for instant payment, instantly money transferring back and forth, well, couldn't they then have the power to shut that off selectively for a business or for an individual, or all of a sudden your ability to transfer money or spend money or receive money is all of a sudden instantly shut off just by the click of a button or by an accident? Yeah, I think there's some exposure there, just like this digital banking, the age that we're in right now brought about all sorts of, you know, scam artists and all sorts of things that obviously weren't around when it was primarily or predominantly a cash and currency-based systems as opposed to a digital system. So it's going to create new risks, but there will also be tons and tons of efficiency. And so you've got to, there's going to be some good and some bad. So we'll see when this gets rolled out, but I think what it's going to mean is very few or limited, or maybe never needing to use a wire anymore or certified check, those sorts of things. To me, this suggests even more like, I would make sure that you're getting your financial house in order, because right now, if you have to wrestle with our current financial system or banking system and making sure, well, I'm going to write a check now and hopefully the money that will show up in my account by the time the check needs to clear and all that sort of stuff. No. Get everything set up in your financial life right now. Have a stable financial house, solid financial foundation, so that whenever this does come into play, whether it's next year or in a couple of years, that you'll have a solid financial foundation at that time. So stay tuned for more updates on that. Work with your certified financial planner, making sure that you're looking at all 6 areas of your financial life as you're making financial decisions, making financial progress. If you don't have a CFP on your team, you can contact one on my team. Find us online, Korhorn.com. That's Korhorn with a K, wisemoneyshow.com. You can find us there as well, or send us an email, info@Korhorn.com. All right, there you have it. Go out and take your next wise step in your financial life.